have some apostles here. A bunch of fucking Judas.
No, but real shit.
And I have my passion fruit high noon.
And grapefruit.
Oh my god.
Both say, what's the common word in those?
Fruit.
Like gay.
Fruit.
Yeah. All right.
You don't see me eating fruit.
It's on.
He doesn't.
Whatever, Brad. All right. I could be taking shots of tequila or drinking this shit. So what do you want?
You want to do shots?
Shots? We can do
have
shots.
tequila?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Bro, it
We
is.
got mezcal.
Oh, it's so hot.
It's two.
It's afternoon. Who the fuck are you?
I have to.
You know it's right now. Yeah, later. This is just for the show. But no, I mean,
This is just for the show.
do you?
You don't
yeah,
want
no,
to
I want like an alcohol beverage. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say hard. This is just like, you know.
Yeah, he didn't want to have a neat
Drink,
glass
chill.
here or anything.
Yeah,
you
true.
know?
Okay.
But I don't want to drink Victory fucking monkey fucking racist ass Brad. But anywho, let me stop cursing because we're about to talk about God.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about God.
Yeah, let's talk about God. Yeah, cross yourself.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Almost Intelligent. I'm Patrick. That's Brad. That's Evan. And today we're gonna talk about religion. And joining us for the topic is my brother from another brother from another mother,
Well, that checks out.
Brucey B, bro. Say what's up, Bruce.
What's up, y'all? What up? What up?
Are you clapping for yourself?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Lots of fucking words.
I thought we were gonna curse.
Shit's about to get spicy.
Yeah.
Bruce isn't gonna curse this whole time,
We try not to.
so you're gonna lie.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know who's all knowing?
You know, Santa?
Yes.
This episode about Santa
When
Claus?
you're sleeping.
man.
All right, so how do we get into this topic? Somebody messaged somebody.
I think I called you.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
He would.
we should have an episode about religion.
You had the word. You were like, I gotta talk about God.
And then I realized
You're like, I
that
should talk to God about Evan and Brad because they're godless.
Whoa, what about you?
I got it.
Pat believes. Pat's a believer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, are we
Alright.
still talking about God or Santa? Because like I told Jackson, I think Santa's real.
All right, so I guess my
checks
question, all jokes aside, like,
Not all of them.
do you guys really not believe?
No, I
Believe in what?
Like, believe in some sort of religion, like
Higher power?
Yeah.
No, I believe in higher power.
Because this is the
Well,
thing.
maybe not higher than me, but like for other people.
Have you ever been in a courtroom? That's pretty high power.
No, but that's a judge. That's not God.
And he
Change
kind of
your
is in
life,
that room, bro.
basically.
There's a lot of people behind bars right now. And the ones who got death sentence.
We were talking about a higher power. He didn't say if he was God. I mean,
I just feel like for me in my life and the things I've been through in the past couple of years is like, I think what really hit is like, okay, in April, as you know, we lost a friend of ours. Rest in peace. And he used to have conversations with me about not believing in God. And so for me, I always wondered, we're straight up like, where is he? Okay. So that was one point. And then my brother was kind of going through some stuff, and then he brought me to church. And like, I didn't really want to go. I realized like, I've heard this, I've heard, Hosanna this, Hosanna that, but like, I could not stop crying when I got in there.
In church?
Yeah. It was weird. It was weird. It was just like,
sounds like all serious.
Sorry.
and then like,
Is this a Catholic church?
no. And, like, I
excited if that
it's just
happened.
like, I just feel like these past couple months, like something.
I mean, usually that's something you pay for, right?
Well, church is free. Brad, you're an asshole. I love you. But no. I mean, I'm just like, I kind of sit back and wonder, like, for my friends who
Don't believe?
don't believe, like, should I say something? Should I address it?
What do you mean? Like at the church?
No, not the church, but in general. Like I see like what I feel like I'm going through in my spiritual journey. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm not, I still have a lot to work on. But like, I just wonder, what I believe, do my friends feel the same way, and how they feel, and what's their opinion about it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, see,
If that makes sense.
I feel like you're very much on your spiritual journey. It's all about you, which it should be.
Yeah.
But like, I think religion is a much broader topic than just your spiritual journey.
Yeah. No, I
Because
agree.
my feelings on organized religion come from from a much more like I'm way back out looking at the perspective of religion when I discuss it or think about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So you said if you should talk to your friends about it. If you love something, and you love your friends, you should always feel at home to be able to discuss it. I
Right,
mean,
right.
I
Yeah,
don't
how are we gonna
care.
make fun of you?
Right. Like, I don't care at all. Like, in my life, I don't practice jujitsu, right? But when someone loves something, they talk about it.
Right, right.
So
right, right.
I like music. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
talk about it.
yeah.
The difference is that do you talk to someone like, this is my experience and these are things that I've seen and whatever, or do you tell someone this is what you need to do?
Yeah, you need to get saved.
Right.
Because
right,
the
right.
difference in any of it is, do you feel like you're altering a person in the way that they're living, or are you simply passing on an experience that you have? And all of it is worth it. All of
Right.
it has value.
Right.
And as long as your emotions and your feelings are strong enough to know if they don't accept it, it isn't anything against you either.
Right.
And that's
Right.
where like religion, politics, even sports
Right.
can get into a place of where if another person doesn't reflect exactly what you think or feel, then all of a sudden it's a combative situation.
Right.
And that's crazy. Like
Right,
if you can go, this is how I feel, and be like, all right, that's all right if you don't.
Yeah.
Right.
But or do you go into a conversation thinking, if I don't change this person, now I failed, or I failed in the eyes of whatever your belief is?
I mean, I think that's a great question because, like, I don't think I get offended, but I will be honest, I sometimes get concerned. Like
Okay.
I said, like,
Like for what?
well, like,
Your eternal soul,
Again,
bro.
I mean,
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
That it-
yeah.
it's just like, I mean, as I said, like, again, I don't want to get emotional when I say this, but because, like, you know, I miss my boy. I mean, like, we all
Sure.
miss John, and
Yeah.
I wonder when we had these conversations when he would say that, when he would say,
So
like,
let me ask you this: do you think if when you and John had those conversations, if John was like, "Yeah, I believe, you know, I'm going to heaven, do anything right," then would that change whatever his
Eternity.
is?
you see, I don't, and I'll be honest, I don't know,
Yeah.
but I do know that I guess something internal of me feels like there is some sort of higher power. I don't know if
Well,
it's
hold on.
Yeah. So have you like
Go ahead.
you said you went to a church? Are you dead set on that particular religion,
No, he was like
denomination?
Muslim a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, there's
no, okay, no,
Yeah.
and this, okay. So a lot of times, I feel like I tell people that I'm a man of God because, yes, I did a lot.
That's
of
pretty all-encompassing. That's
Well, because
pretty much all religions, though. That could fit.
I feel like when you look at Islam, you look at Christianity, you look at a person who's being Jewish or Juda. I'm not saying it right.
Judaism.
Thank you. If you look back at the knowledge from back in the day, those families were all connected. So if you look at a Jew, you look at someone who's Muslim, you look at someone who's Christian, like a lot of it, it's the same. You know, like
There's a lot of crossover.
there is, and I think there's a lot of also misunderstanding in religion. Like a lot of times people will say, "Oh, Muslims don't believe in Jesus." No,
No, Jesus has mentioned the Quran more than he's mentioned the Bible. I think. I'm almost positive. I think
He
I looked
was
that up
he was
recently.
more of a prophet in the Quran, if I remember
right.
correctly.
Like the Muslims look at him as a prophet; they'll look at him as the son of God.
So, to get into like what the topic is, right? Like where it came from, because I am now more curious as to why it is that you wanted to discuss it. And so, are you saying that when John passed, you had some level of an awakening and a draw to the church? What is the thing? Because that was the very specific thing that you picked. So why is that the thing
Yeah,
that
'cause you've
you're
always been
now
religious.
tying your religious?
I just feel like I didn't say enough. Like I didn't like.
He's the closest person to you that has at that
Right.
young age.
Right.
So I think, because you've always been religious, I've known you a long time, and I think him dying and those conversations, those deep, real, probably sometimes all night conversations y'all had. Now you look back on them, and like you said, it's like now you almost worry about his soul.
Right.
Whereas before he had passed, you didn't have anyone's soul to really worry
Right.
about.
Right.
Someone
exactly.
that you knew exactly how he felt. Because John would sit there and be like, "It's all bullshit." So
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I think
not to answer for you. but-
No. I mean, no. You're 110% right, and I think it's just important that like I now. You said if I love somebody or I love something, I should share.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes, I think because of my past and certain things I've done or just certain mistakes I've made, like I kind of get. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. You know, like,
Right.
oh yeah, I'm going to church every Sunday. I'm doing this, but then I'm snapping on this person or doing this, and I've realized now in my journey, like no one's perfect, and I should share this information, being like, hey, y'all my brothers, I love y'all. Like, where's your head at in regards to religion? Like, what do you guys feel? at least then if I share something about my path and, you know, what I'm doing, and also too, I'll bring this up. In 2008, I got in a real bad car accident with my boy Chris. We legit flipped our car on the Fairfax County Parkway at least 8 to 9 times. And during that moment, when I flipped my vehicle, on everything, on my mom, on my brother, I legit saw like a movie strip. And like I saw my mom holding a child. I saw 3:43 a.m. And I'll spend at 3:43 a.m. I saw like every girl I kissed. I saw every situation that happened. Just like, and then it just turned all white. So I thought I was dead in this accident. Sorry, my bad.
No, you good.
My hand's white. And then I woke up to hearing this. Let's pray real quick. I woke up to the sound, or I don't know if I was knocked out. I did have a concussion, but I just woke up to the sound of like just this pissing sound. And mind you,
R. Kelly was there. Come on, man.
mind
Coyote
you,
rolled up on it.
no, but seriously,
Reese was there.
mind you, my boy broke his neck a year and a half ago. Didn't have a seatbelt on
A year and a half prior to the accident.
prior to the
Yeah,
accident.
and he was probably
We left the vehicle, and the whole thing I could think about, not destroying my brother's car. By the way, Q, and I know you know the whip.
good time to address that.
Right.
You better
I mean, he already knows that. But the whole time I was thinking I wasn't baptized on everything.
like
no
as
lie.
that, right after the accident?
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking
Yeah,
about?
bro.
So
I've had some, I've had some
you
close
guys laugh,
calls,
but I'm
bro. That
serious,
didn't
like-
roll through my head.
Like
but-
I'm going through this accident, everything's happening, and I'm seeing this vision in my head, thinking I'm about to die, and then I'm hanging from this Lincoln LS. I open my seatbelt, I fall
It's a nice
down,
car.
and then I literally.
Let's
You
talk
know?
about cars instead. Listen, no, but also, not, you were raised by people that are very, very, like your mother.
My mom's very religious.
Yeah.
My mom,
Very, very religious.
and my dad doesn't believe in God. My father does not.
Have you had talks to him?
Yeah.
Or talks with him?
His point is
Did you
that
backhand him? Tell him to wake up.
no. His point is that he sees all the violence. I think that's what kills him. Like, if you think about like Israel, Hamas, all that stuff going on, all the people who died over religion.
He's one of
It's
those people
what-
that feels if God was there, he wouldn't allow all this.
Exactly.
shit to
Like,
happen.
why are these children who have cancer dying and stuff like that? And again, I can't answer those questions. You know.
Sure.
I
I
don't
know you
know.
read the Bible explains that, but,
But, never mind.
No, say it.
And I'm filtering myself. It needs to be.
So it's just like I look at all these moments in my life, and I think it's brought, like from that accident to other situations to my boy passing to now. It's like, yo,
But
like,
that's almost like nurtured because you were raised in an environment where you were influenced and taught to think like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's why that baptism kicked into your head, and you've been on that path your whole life. So I don't know. For me, that checks out. I'm sure Chris wasn't thinking those things.
yeah. I mean, like I said, everyone.
I'm
has
sure he
their-
was like, "Oh fuck, we're in a lot of trouble if I don't figure out how to, clean up X, Y, Z. I gotta take care of whose car, what happened. We gotta get the story straight."
Right,
He
right,
wasn't
right.
thinking, "Damn, I wasn't baptized. Fuck."
And I can't speak for Chris. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I can say this, that we were having a deep conversation before the accident happened.
Let me ask you a question. How do you
At
think your
140
life would
miles an
differ? How do you think your life would differ if you or someone was able to just completely remove religion from your life, from your identity?
I mean, personally-
got rid of it. So hold on, not that you remember and it's a part of your like history.
Yeah.
But just
Like
that
Frozen.
doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, and
How would you
Like-
differ?
and I know
in
it,
society it doesn't exist.
No, for him, for Bruce.
He's not a religious person.
So
Religion is not part of his existence.
Yes.
More freedom.
How do you fathom that?
So wait, okay, hold on. So like, I knew about religion, and religion is a race.
No,
or I
you don't
knew
know
nothing
anything about it. It's
You
just
know
not.
nothing
It just
about it.
isn't a part of your
Yeah,
identity
bro, I mean,
anymore.
like, I didn't know anything about it. I probably would live my day to day, but I do know. You see what I'm saying? Like, I do know about a higher power. I
well, you
do
know what you've been told.
about
Yeah.
what I've been through, and let me also say this: I can honestly say there was times I did believe in God. There was times I was upset with God. There was times I was like, this, if this is real, why is this going on? But every crucial moment in my life where I'm not thinking about it or something is going on that like is really bothering me, I somehow end up in the church.
My thing is, Sorry, Evan. My
No, you
thing
good?
is, I always think about it like this. I feel I have no problem with anyone having their beliefs, but I feel it's very ignorant for any one group of people or belief to think over the course of human history that they discovered exactly who God is, what His is, how to worship Him the right way. Because if you go through human history, there's been a shitload of different gods. There's been a shitload of different ways of worship. A lot of the religions mimic old religions too. So whenever I really think about it, I always think it's kind of stupid for any one group of people to think they cracked the code and their way is right, and everyone else was wrong about everything they were doing
Yeah,
all
I
the time.
mean, I don't know, it's an entirely similar situation, but I grew up with very
I remember you
religious,
saying that.
Fire and
religious parents. And yeah, some real fire and brimstone stuff.
Grandpa was a preacher.
I grew up with my grandparents from the age of 5, and they both went to Bible school together.
Right.
Were traveling evangelists, settled down.
Right.
in the
Your
area.
grandpa built churches. He went
Right.
with his
Built
bare
churches,
hands.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm
I
talking about.
remember we talked about that.
And
And he was working. He was working at the
yeah,
church on
yeah,
Sunday.
he's
He's
a
man.
stone and block mason.
Right.
Shaman.
Yeah, but
Sherman.
and I don't know.
Sure.
I got really frustrated because I saw how.
They didn't accept you because you were gay.
That's exactly what it was.
Sorry.
Damn it, Pat.
That's why I drink these seltzers.
Brought to you by Heineken.
Sponsorship.
I'd be so mad if that's a sponsor. I'm drinking this shit every episode.
No, but bro, keep going.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I really started to question it when. So my grandpa retired from the church, and then he stopped going to church. I mean, he would go to like Christmas and holidays, whatever. But we would go. So my grandmother and I would still go, but we would go to a big church here in town.
Sounds
Right.
gay.
And yeah, it was definitely gay.
I'm sorry. I'm gay.
And
Let me pray for Pat.
but there
real
was
quick, you know what I'm
just so much hypocrisy. Like it
Yeah.
was a business meeting every Sunday, and it drove me crazy. So and then I would see televangelists, and it was.
I got you.
And
He's like, I'm gonna start sucking dick. I'm down. I'm just like, I can't stop. It's like, I'll show them. All right. I'm done. I get it. Let's do that.
You guys are some assholes. I'm trying to move Brad.
I can just see I got Evan going. I'm like, I'm
Start
Brad,
this
okay,
train.
listen, Brad.
No, but at the end of the day, I started to question everything, and I started to research other religions and look at just, and to me, it all to me seems like it's a
like,
society-based way to give people morals. Really, that's in my mind.
and a
that's
way to generate for the church,
Absolutely.
whatever it is to generate income.
crazy income
Yeah.
for one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like, why come preacher man have to have that? And now it's gone. Don't ask no questions. Just give him money.
sometimes you feel hot.
No, I mean,
Sometimes you might be bald.
I'll be lying if I said that I didn't feel the same way you felt.
Yeah, but so, and with what I know about the religion I was brought up around was Christianity.
Okay.
And so with what I know about the Bible, and it just seemed like there's so much conflict within modern churches.
Right.
Like, it doesn't correspond with what the Bible, well, with the interpretations that I was administered as a kid. And when you look at it, it was all put together by a group of people not even in the same century. And they omitted what they want, added what they want. If you actually read throughout the whole thing, I mean, there are books in there that just seem wildly out of place.
Right.
But
And,
that's very specific to what you know, which
Yeah.
you said that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean,
Well, what I was going to say to what Brad is saying is that yes, okay, if we look at the Bible, obviously it's been rewritten how many times? Okay.
but not even rewritten. The first time, I think you touched on this before we started filming, that Bible was written I think it started being written 40 years after.
Approximately between
Like
40 and
after-
100.
If I
Right,
text you
after.
something next week that happened right now, I won't be 100% accurate on the fucking facts of it.
Right.
Like I'll remember he was drinking something fucking stupid, but I won't remember exactly what flavor it was.
I mean,
Yeah. Was
chill.
was Mary Magdalene trans?
No, I mean, I get it that people talk about like, okay, hey, the Quran. They say the Quran's one of the only books that has never been altered, but the dialect or the language, like certain
So-
words and Spanish is different
Interpretation, yeah.
interpretation.
but
different
otherwise,
English.
other than that, it's the exact
Exact
same
same thing.
Whereas
And I
the
don't-
Bible, what you're saying, has been
And the Bible had, I mean, because like King James made a whole
different
Bible
version. Yeah.
based on him.
Yeah.
And like I said, I won't disagree with where you're feeling
That's
because
primarily that's almost a dialect thing too. That was a translation.
We're talking about organized religion,
Yeah.
which I don't think you necessarily disagree with a lot of the ways we feel about organized religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a higher being.
yeah, exactly. Because I'm saying like I think again, like you said, we're all on the same page that organized religion can seem flawed. We all agree here.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I do feel, and again for me, that yes, you can't really like I had an issue with something my pastor said months ago, and I wasn't really happy about his response.
Did you wait from the parking lot? So now, is God gonna save you?
No, it was just something I wanted his opinion, and I think his response came back to me just like was really like it was just hurtful. You know, I don't have to go
He
into
was like,
details,
"I'll cut
but
your throat!"
it just kind of just like I felt disappointed.
Yeah.
But again, I
lightning
do
didn't come
feel, and this is conversations with like my Muslim friends, conversation with my Christian friends, conversation with my atheist friends. Like, there's just sometimes there's feelings I get. Like I'm not even like I just like I feel something's.
Those are the
protected,
ones Brad was
you know what I'm saying? I knew I was ready to go, but like no, like dead ass, like. Okay.
Like got Brad kicked out the church.
Now I feel a certain way about
I
you.
will
Bruce.
tell you one more story, and like you know, I can't go into detail because
Can't
my
wait.
brother's not here, so I don't want him feeling
go
like.
into detail.
Well, don't tell a story you can't go into details about, bro.
Bad, but it's just
something
like,
happened,
no,
it wasn't
I'm just saying,
Do you
like,
need
I'm
a phone a
saying
friend?
that- No, I'm just.
Is that what
you know,
we're-
like, I wish he was here to be here with me because he could back me up on this. But
You have an
when we're
iPhone.
kids. Financially, we're going through a little struggle,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom's a very prideful person. Like prideful. Like every time we went out somewhere as children, we looked clean. You know what I'm saying? Like our house was always clean to a T. You know, we never looked like we were
Not like
going through it. I mean, Mama Bruce, not me. I'm
No,
saying,
no. You keep
Oh,
shit pretty clean
okay,
too. I'm just
so-
saying, I wish I was like that.
He has
Show what's
a
going on with my family, okay?
Toothbrush for a starfish.
All right. Mine right now.
No, but hear me. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Financially, we didn't have money at this time, and like our refrigerator was like empty. Okay, and again, mom's not looking like we're struggling. It's not looking like we are broke. 2 days.
Big diamond
Two,
necklace.
2 days. 2 days later,
Louis Vuitton bag.
there's a bunch of groceries outside of our apartment door.
Wait, is this story becoming
I'm
you
so-
stole other
no.
people's groceries?
No. You guys are laughing about being so serious. That,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is what I'm trying to say. Like, no neighbor knew what we're going
What
through.
about the church? That whoever she's involved with.
We weren't even going to the church at that time
So the food
because
bank
something
dropped off
happened
some
with the
stuff.
church where I think my father at the time went to go get help, and the church was like, "Hey, you own a nightclub. I'm sorry, we can't really help you."
'Cause he owned
And
a
my dad, I think that's also why my dad was kind of
Wait,
against religion.
That really doesn't make sense. And
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like
Well,
they really at that time that particular church. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is that who knew that we needed food? Who knew that we needed help?
So let me ask you a question. What if?
And these are true stories. I'm not
No, I
like,
got you.
trying
I'm
to-
not. I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that story. But there would serve no purpose for me to question that or attack that. That is a incredibly important memory for you that you've attached a lot of your identity to. There's no reason for me to offer you a bunch of reasons as to why that's could or could not be the thing.
Right.
I'll do
Right.
that.
But let me ask you a question. Like inside of your belief, what is the like? What's your drive for it? So what is the thing that you feel like you're gonna accomplish with it?
I think you said at the beginning with John. It's
I think it's just like
You're gonna help other people? Is it
well,
service?
I mean, I feel like I help people in general already. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's our duty as human beings to help. You know what I'm saying? I guess my to answer your question is to share the information,
listening
share
still.
the knowledge that I am starting to build because of the fact that I think sometimes as human beings, right? We go through stuff. We have issues, and we don't really talk about things. Like, we don't talk about religion. We don't talk about our mental health. We don't talk about, what we're going through in relationships. It's
Have
always
you
a
seen
constant.
episodes on this podcast?
He's like, no, I don't want it. He thinks we're all assholes.
No. But no.
But
you guys do that. But,
But
that's
also,
why I'm like, go ahead.
you're sorry.
No, you're good.
But ultimately, like you said, you worry where John is now.
Yeah.
So you believe that your soul will be in eternity in a good place.
I pray so, and I hope so. Yeah.
But
So
that's
is-
part of the motivation. Like, 'cause you believe that.
Right. Because I feel for a long time, me personally, I can't speak for everybody, in my head, in my heart, I feel like I always tell this to like all my kids who I mentor, my friends, my family. I thought I was part of the problem for a long time, and now I want to be part of the solution.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What if you found out in the same way that you found out about religion, you found you found out that
It wasn't real?
that religion has done the opposite. That religion has harmed people. I'm not saying that's true or what I believe,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, what if you found that out, and then you were shepherding people into harm's way, like
Jim Jones.
no,
Like years
no,
ago,
no,
did-
no, no,
really-
no.
did you hear about that? Okay, sorry.
Yes, I.
No,
I-
he's saying as a general thing.
the totality of it has
Just
been a
your-
net negative.
Like, we've all been programmed to think religion is good, to push religion, when really what religion is an evil thing that's making people kill each other, hurt each other.
How would you feel?
If that was the case, I would be heartbroken. Because the last thing I want to do is lead people to go kill themselves or hurt themselves.
So let me ask you this: when you
But
are
if you do that to others, it's fine.
when you're assorting people, when you are assisting people, isn't it just the act of service? Like, does there have to be a religious thing attached to it?
Let me say this. I believe people who don't believe in God, that do good deeds and do right in life and are nice to people will go to heaven. That's what I
But
believe.
John did.
And that's true. He did. It was just something on my heart that I think that's where, if I'm being real, I'm afraid to die. I don't know
Yeah.
how y'all feel.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone is.
So I think
And so, Feaster.
He dead.
that's like
That's like, take me.
I know people I have got to live. Now I think about. I was thinking
No,
yesterday,
but-
I gotta live for my kids.
But I think it's what
I'm saying you.
it's what has grown on me. It's what has grown on me, and it's like, it's just why I like, honestly, man. I know I sound crazy when I say this, but it's like what I hear in my mind.
No, it's not.
You know?
It's so. This is the thing about my perspective, because I think my perspective on religion is that it's a function. It provides an important service to our evolution. It's something that helps us organize at the size of the population that we are. There's a profound amount of things that I cannot square. It's difficult for me to square in my head how we can understand how long we've been evolving and then say, yeah, but Earth was created at approximately. I can't square that.
You mean like wrap
circle.
your head around it?
I can't. There's just too many things that don't. When you believe in science, to believe in science and to believe in religion for me are two different things.
But you know, there's like, and
the pleb.
I can't
And whatever that is.
I can't give you names of scientists,
Mexican
but there's a
plan.
lot of scientists who, like, for example, like DNA, they will say like, hey, this has to be from some type of God. Like, it's hard to just explain and break down how DNA really works.
You're talking about the God gene. I understand what
But
you're
what
talking
if God
there,
is-
There are scientists that that will tell you that in order for them to have faith, they have to abandon their scientific understanding. Meaning they have to look at it and disregard
like
and
COVID.
say, I'm just going to believe it.
Right.
That's it. I'm just going to believe. And I'm not saying that's wrong.
That will get us canceled.
I'm
edit
unable
that
to
out.
square that.
No,
It's a
That's
sensitive
my thing,
subject.
but I have a deep and profound respect for it. It saves people's lives. There have been studies on the placebo effect. So if you believe that you're taking testosterone, your testosterone will go up, right? You'll get more
I need to start
effects in the
believing that.
gym. Placebo is real.
But-
so
Or
if
my
you apply
wings
that
got
to
smaller.
religion and people can get positive out of their life from what I perceive to be a placebo, good. That's awesome.
But
Live
it
a better
almost
life.
even seems like even what Evan just said, it's just interesting as I sit here and observe about you said, well, what if religion was doing the opposite, right? It almost seems like in some sense, sometimes religion does the opposite to you because you're so stressed about John or about your future, about what's right, what's wrong in God's eyes, that you're not present in some moments.
But
and-
in a large perspective, religion does do that.
Wait, what do you,
Hamas in Israel,
What's that?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again. Please, what you just said.
Turn
Religion does do that in a sense.
makes
Okay.
people fight each other.
Yeah.
It does, but see, okay, but if we
But
look,
anything does. I've
okay.
said that
Yeah,
before.
anything.
Too, like sports.
But-
even at kids' games, like parents want to fight over Jackson. I'm like, what are we
But
fucking doing here, guys?
I don't know. My perspective on it is just stepping back. Like I said, I think most religions are just a basis for a moral compass.
Okay.
And if I try to live my life as best I can, and I don't necessarily even need to necessarily help others, but just try to be as good a person as I can be,
You're failing.
then whatever happens at the end happens.
Right,
Whether
but-
there's some kind of eternity or heaven or hell, if there is a God and He is, as the Bible would say, God is love, right?
Right.
And mercy and all.
Not your kind of love.
You know, no, not the bus.
Not that.
Not the bus.
I love how we're like having a serious conversation.
You really haven't watched our anyway. This is what we do.
No,
But if that is factual, then I don't see why he would turn someone away who's done all that they can do. I mean, because everybody's imperfect. Everybody's imperfect.
so
And if I'm created in His image, is He perfect? I don't.
okay,
That's
so
another
hear me.
tangent.
So
John
hear
Paul did
me.
a song about that called "If God Is One of Us."
So hear me. Who?
John.
I think that overall in life, as a human being, is just to do your best. Whatever that looks like, you know what I'm saying? You try to do your best. But I think also the problem is too, is that as people, as human beings,
Be the best murderer. Be the best serial
why you
rapist.
gotta say it like that?
Be the best- oh.
I think the problem is people look at human beings too much as religion. When you guys separate the pastors, the imams, the whatever religious leader, I think you guys separate that and really like dive into religion itself. You
You're
know
talking
what
about
I'm saying?
faith.
You think, yeah.
It's just a faith.
You're talking about,
Right.
yeah.
But in regards to faith, where is that? Like, who does the faith go to? Faith in myself, faith in the universe, faith in Jesus Christ, faith.
I
in,
mean, for
know.
you, I'm not. Because one of the parts that don't like my question about being a good person, having faith and following that path, right? So
He's not
we know in
obsessed.
documented history, like if you found out that one of us owned another human, meaning like we purchased that person,
right.
and we
I
have
own
that
Evan.
person
We know Brad
in the
owns a
backyard,
couple.
like
Yeah.
cleaning and cutting, and that we owned a slave.
Right.
Would that person go to heaven?
The slave?
Today? Hold on, today?
And honestly, no, that's a real legit question. And again, Evan, I'll be real with you. I don't know.
So
Because this is the thing. Oh, go ahead. So let me
No,
let you
because
finish.
it's not even so much the faith thing. It's the totality of even how are we living as good people. Because the morality that we have today is
here we
different from
go.
the morality that we had a couple hundred years ago.
So,
I mean, even in the hold on, real quick. Even in the Bible, this is where I get where I get frustrated. Where it says, I don't know what scripture it is, but it's like obey. You are the slave and obey to your master. I don't think God is like that. I think, like I said, I think the Bible and these religious books do have things screwed up.
So you're allowed to then
so
just
Noah's Ark
dictate
didn't
and
happen.
I'm not saying
you're
no,
allowed
no,
to
no.
interpret what you like and what you don't
I'm
like.
not saying that. I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying that I will read this book. I'll read this text. I will learn this text and kind of sit back and kind of
And keep
analyze it
boxing, and
myself.
when you get there, you're like, all right.
You know, like in the sense of
Knockout.
like, if I don't agree with something, I do my research on it. I have mentors who I can talk to and sit down and converse with. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, everything in the Bible is right and no, because I know where my peoples are from. They're from West Africa, and I know a lot of West Africans were manipulated through slavery to be like, hey, believe in this book. Jesus is saying that. I'm not saying that that's 110% accurate, but I will say.
So what you're saying is you want reparations.
No, can I ask you
So why
something?
you gotta take this?
No, that's interesting.
By the way, Bryce is joking. Right?
No, he's not.
Wait. So, no, that's interesting to me. So before, because as people from West Africa, from Ghana,
Yeah.
there was a religion in your mother's tribe, your father's tribe before Christianity came about.
I would say so.
assume,
Yes,
right?
I would assume so.
I don't.
yes. And it's been
But you
debatable.
don't know-
It's been
you-
Christianity. There's Ghanaians who are Muslim.
I'm sure there was a lot of Muslim
sincere-
influence. I'm sure there was a lot of Catholic.
But even
was a lot of
before
Buddhists.
that,
There's a
even
lot of
before that,
Buddhists,
though,
too.
the tribal people thousands of years ago didn't know, like thousands and thousands and thousands, and
Yeah,
5,000,
yeah,
10,000.
yeah.
They didn't know there were people in West Africa then, and they didn't know what Muslim was or
You
Christianity.
know, that's an interesting thing because I found a lot of my identity when I was younger through my father and him being Mayan. And my disdain for organized religion was understanding historically what had happened to the Mayan people from
I would
the
say that still
Spaniards.
influences you. That isn't.
Yeah, it has influenced me
that is
greatly,
interesting.
and
Yeah.
so that was the thing that took me off of organized religion,
Got
right?
you. Got you.
And so, to Pete's point, on behalf of my family going back, they practiced the Muslim Mayan
Which is-
tradition
yeah.
and spirituality.
Yeah.
where they chop
Which
people's
is-
heads off at the top of the
That's not true.
What movie was that?
Yeah, thanks, Mel Gibson. Thank you, Mel Gibson, for telling the fucking world what we did.
Savages.
But that is an interesting thing in that the identity that I was given was to not trust or like modern religion and to have an appreciation for spirituality, which I still don't have. I don't get my head around that either. But you were given a gift of modern belief. So had your parents had a distrust or disdain for Christianity, Catholicism, an omnitheistic a monotheistic religion, then you may not enjoy religion the same way today.
And I agree, but I do believe that we all have our journeys, and that was meant to happen. Like my parents
Sure.
were meant to give me this information.
But what about
because-
the people that
Didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like me.
So are
And
they
that's
just,
what I'm saying. Okay,
are they
and
just
that's
unlucky?
No.
Is it because
It's like-
he's of Latin origin?
I do.
I'm just asking.
Well, we're not doing a brown versus black thing here,
I was
right?
just saying.
We unite.
I'm just asking. Someone's got to ask this hard question.
Half Puerto Rican anyway, so you know what I'm saying. No, I mean, but
Damn.
that's a real question. Like, okay, what happens to the people?
But seriously,
that
not
were-
in a rhetorical sense. What do you like? Your mom's cousins that didn't become Christians, and God, I love your mother more than anything. You know,
I know you do. I know.
But what happened to them and their kids? And what happened to them?
But see, and what I would say is that like everyone has their own journey.
But it could
Like,
be. But it could
I
be,
don't think God's like, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this. No. Oh, you're gay. No, get back. No, I don't
So
think. that's the
as
case.
much as you follow
I think-
Christianity, you still believe that.
Well, I mean, if you-
anybody can go to heaven.
Yes.
If you read the Bible, then
the
well, that's
Bible-
not true. And
But the Bible,
Okay,
the Bible
you're right.
said
In
would
the
be-
Bible, in the Bible, will say, okay, yes.
if,
like,
if we're
I
going
am the
on
way, I am the
Christianity
light.
and what the Bible
Yeah.
is, yeah.
It's like you'll
then-
go to hell if you don't believe in me and put money in this basket.
But it also says that if it's like an infant or a child that can't comprehend or understand and can't
They
be
die.
preached to, then they still go to heaven.
Not my version.
But if it's
go ahead.
it also states that if you're basically an adult and you haven't heard, then you're screwed and you're going to hell. So.
Yeah,
but
no
see,
one
but
prophesies to you.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, like I think that's where the problem lies. Like, that's where the issue is that you have so many people focused on this actual book or actual wording that's like, oh, if it's not in here, you know, it's wrong, or if it isn't here, it's right.
Right.
I can't do anything about that. I can't change that. And even
Right.
I'll be real with you guys. When I do talk about religion, I only talk about what I've been through, why
Yeah,
I'm
right.
connected.
Yeah.
Well, what
I
else can you
can't.
talk about? But I wonder your perspective on all that. That's why I asked about, tribal beliefs and prior to Christianity influencing the way of thought. from where the
But you
people are
feel
from.
like, do you feel like you kind of lose your way on the path, and then you have like these incidents, like the car crash, like
I want to
John's
make another
death,
gay joke so bad.
No, Brad, I do. But that's
that draw you back.
I think that's what's part of the journey, though. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like it's unfortunate. Again, the stuff that's going on in Israel, the stuff that's going on with Hamas, stuff that's going on with Palestine. Like that's
I
what's
feel
so,
like we made a lot of progress today. We should schedule again next Thursday.
I got it.
What about
But like no, but hold on. But that's the problem is that like everyone's so focused more on like the material thing of this book or this land.
And being right. I'm right, you're wrong.
Right, exactly. No one's really like if I believe in Jesus. Let's
So-
say you guys hold on. You guys don't believe in
Jesus.
Jesus, right? I think if Jesus came back to this world, he'd be like, "Yo, what y'all doing? Like, I don't care. I don't care about this person being this way, this person being this way. Like,
You don't think he knows that?
No, but I'm saying,
Is he busy? He's like, I'm playing Xbox.
no, but I'm saying, like,
I'm working on this other project.
it's human beings who use religion as a weapon, destroy what religion's supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah, but
You see what I'm saying?
there's almost 8 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
It is impossible for us to all get along. Like that's
I
why
get
we have
that.
borders.
No, I get that.
That's why we have religions.
That's why we have
what
guns.
divides us and makes us feel
Capital
yes.
punishment.
There's
You're
a
right.
lot of things. Yes,
No, seriously.
Everything we've talked about so far, but was intelligent.
The only way that ends up flushing out positively is if a lot of people aren't
Good
here
parenting.
anymore. And then you can have one united religion. The only way
So,
that functions is
I have a
if
question.
you have a modern slavery.
I have a question.
then
I have
we
a
get into
question. I have a
the book of
question. Hold on,
Wait a
hold on.
minute.
Right.
How did we get there? Did you say slavery?
Yeah. How else are you going to be able to get 8 billion people?
So you're saying-
it's a massive oppression
Okay, yeah,
where
yeah, I got
everyone
you.
is forced to think.
So you're saying
sleep,
an ultimate dictator, and you all.
live
What
the
we
same
need to
way.
do is build some more pyramids.
Yeah, maybe.
So let me ask you a question.
I think Trump will solve all these problems.
And I'll,
Yeah, everyone.
We'll start with a wall.
What? What's the question? What's your question?
so, I guess what you guys are saying, or if there wasn't religion,
Don't say you guys.
Okay.
Those motherfuckers are
All
separate
right.
from me.
Okay, no, let me. Yeah, you're right. Let me say this.
Everything said I agree with you.
That
Do
sounds
you feel like? Do you feel like if there was a religion, the world would be a lot better?
I'm proud
No,
of you.
that's not what I believe. at
Okay,
all.
I'm just asking.
No, I told you. In my perspective,
interesting
is
question, though.
no, because religion serves a purpose. It is the 90% of people that need to be told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Most people are not going to operate, including myself, and many times in my life, without being guided, told to do specific things.
So do you
we
think
make
there
really
should be
poor
one
decisions.
world religion? and
No,
one-
I don't.
one
I think
world
that the way
power,
that we have
one world
evolved makes
currency?
sense. I think that us to continue to grow and to have individual communities that are large enough to accept a certain group of people and then to continue to move forward. It's unfortunate that there are going to be outliers and people that won't fall into those. I don't fall into most social groups because of that. I don't follow the religion. I don't follow
queer.
these whatever things. But I think that is the best way for us to get here, which is why we've gotten here. Humans are really good at figuring out, not consciously, how to continue the fucking.
But it's also the reason we're
fucking.
constantly
Yeah,
at
you
war.
can stop
together.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also the reason, like I would argue, all wars are over difference in beliefs, right? So I think religion has caused a lot of bad too.
Sure, but we'll find a new thing to argue about, bro. Like that. I mean, go to a football game.
No,
You're
you're
gonna
right.
find a
I agree
thing
with
to
you.
fight. So
Well, that is a
separation
religion,
of belief.
and if you break religion down into a basic definition, you can be religious about sports. You can be religious about
You can be religious about training.
politics. You can
Jiu-jitsu,
be religious. Yeah.
About
About
barbecue, like in Texas, they
What-
say it's
whatever.
God, football, and barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know.
moving to Texas.
That
That's
pretty
cool,
fucking
man.
good.
Maybe it's all a dream.
Maybe.
We're in the Matrix.
Have you ever seen Shutter Island?
No, I've not. So I need to watch. Something you check out.
Definitely never watched the episode of the fucking podcast. That's how we end it.
Hey. Oh, we're done. We're done.